Today I am with another Sri Lankan lady who is involved in gardening and plants. The garden and the plants play a vital role in our lives. For instance, there are cities named after gardens. They identify the city as Garden City. And the gardens are places where people go for relaxing. The nature is being designed according to our needs with the gardens and the plants. And Persis Ranasinghe is somebody involved, thoroughly involved in gardening and in cultivation of plants. You will see that looking at a house. How beautiful to live in a house surrounded by the beautiful garden.
Appreciate that. And I am a garden lover from the age of about 5, 6, 7 growing up age, which I used to do little pots in my garden and have the pleasure of watching the plants grow. Yeah. In Dehibala, we were living in Dehibala. We had a house there with a big garden, not like now. 40 purchase was given for our house.
It's an opportunity, lifetime opportunity for you to think of your parents and the family and mention about them.
Yes. My father was a doctor and he was able to buy this home for us. So that my father is Dr. Isidore Fernando and my mother is Constance Fernando.
Yeah.
So, my mother was a very great pianist. She used to play the piano. Sometimes she was so tiny, the hands were not long enough, the fingers were not long enough for the octave, but she used to move from the thumb to the fifth finger so fast, she used to get the octave right. So I thought she was a very bright lady.
And her name?
Her name is Constance Fernando.
And how many brothers and sisters are there in your family?
Yeah. I am come from a large family. I'm number 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
And I'm proud to say that I took up to gardening from a very young age.
Yeah. So now with that background, how long did you move to Australia?
Yeah. We are here in Australia since 1984. Yeah. That's all. I do have 4 children, and when we migrated, I brought children from the ages of first 2 girls, 13 and 11 years old, then the 2 boys, 7 and 4 years old.
So to make matters shorter, what is the progress of your family and where do you stand right now?
Yeah. Now, today, I'm a very proud mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. First of all, I was very proud to be the wife of my husband, who was an engineer, marine engineer, and he always worked hard and he never stopped showing his love for me until he died.
And his name?
His name is, he's known as Dinty Ranasinghe, but his real name, first name is Lawrence Ranasinghe.
Yeah.
Oh, I am really, really proud to talk about my children. When I came with them, there was tears in my eyes because I didn't know how successful I could make them. My eldest is a doctor. She became a medical practitioner. She has got both degrees. She can work on her own. She's got the FRC GP. And then she married also a doctor from the same batch. My second girl works for the Victorian government and she's got a good job there. Then the 2 boys, 2 sons. The older son went into IT with the encouragement of the dad. Dad bought computers as soon as they came out and guided them that way. So he became an IT professional. He's very good in troubleshooting in IT and he's doing well. Then the younger one too is in public service here and doing the same.
So far, everything. When you began to explain, you said, I am fortunate, I'm lucky, I'm happy. You have occupied yourself in gardening and plant breeding or whatever as a hobby. And in addition to that, you are working with the Seniors Association.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, today specifically, we are trying to talk about the garden part of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I said, I love gardening. So when I was working full time for a very long time. And when I was working, a friend of mine approached me because my children now had already left the house and they were doing their own thing. So it was only my husband and me and my job. So my job time, I really didn't worry about anything, but I had a good friend from Sri Lanka, a planter's wife, Betty Vanderputten. She introduced me to the garden club. She said, Persis, you come. Then I said, no, Betty, I don't have time, but I love gardening. Yes, that's what we need. You just come and watch. That was her reply. And she encouraged me fully. From the day one I went to the club, I really liked the way they did, and it was only once a month meeting, and we prepare all through the month for this meeting. We make plans, we take part in competitions, and we have a guest speaker every month, and the guest speaker talks about something relevant to gardening, how to cut up and plant, and the different seasons, what you do for the plants during the different seasons. So I learned so much in this garden club situation. So I really enjoyed, and they invited me to write out the newsletter for them once a month. And I happily do that for the last 14 to 15 years. I've been doing this newsletter, and I get a lot of good feedback from people saying that my newsletter is interesting. Only reason is I do research and I find out about different places, different seasons, what grows on what season, and I emphasize on these things. And then I explain about one particular plant, say, take for Anthurium as an example, which is a plant that most Sri Lankans love because the flowers bloom and last a very long time. So on these things, I have to explain to the people how you separate and plant them in different pots, growing them, and while growing, what you have to do to prevent from really bright sunshine and not overwater. There are so many things in the gardening aspect that you could learn. And I myself do quite a bit of research to find out things, and I learn that way. Then I'm also very proud to say about the garden clubs with the guest speakers. They are very knowledgeable people, and they come with this wealth of knowledge about the plants, and they give a very good talk, which is very interesting, and people take examples, and they bring gifts for the people from their gardening things. It's all a lot of fun and peaceful fun and peace to your mind and body. That's what I like gardening for. Yes.
You're explaining with authority, through experience. I can feel it when you're speaking. What can you tell us about your garden club or what your society, and how they conduct activities, how they hold these competitions, and what are your achievements in these competitions?
Yes. This particular garden club is called the Society of Growing Potted Plants. That's just one of them I am in, and my first one, and I'm still in actively at this club. And what we do is we hold a monthly meeting, and for the monthly meeting we have an agenda relevant to gardening. We have a guest speaker coming. We have a guest speaker coming, and then this guest speaker varies every time, every month. And then there are different subjects. One will talk about fertilizers, one will talk about repotting. I have some very good news to give you about the Society of Potted Plants. We started in the year 1970. Mr. Michael O'Day was responsible for getting it organized, and he has been in this club ever since then up until this year. This year, in the beginning, sadly, he passed away, and we are all carrying out the good work he commenced, and there has been a turnover over the years with the members, but all the members are very enthusiastic and they bring in nice new ideas so that we can work with. We in this garden club, we have competitions and competition tables and plants for sale, plants for display. So our meetings are only conducted once a month for about 2 to 3 hours that day, and within this time we get the maximum out of the garden club by taking part actively. The plants for display are also grown by members, and they proudly come and put them out. And then the plants for sale, any of the members can bring and put them on the trade table, and they can sell their plants at the meeting. On top of that, we have the competition table, which has several different sections, like, for example, flowering plant, one cut flower, plant of the month, bromeliads, 4-inch flower pot, potted garden, orchids. We have different areas like this where we can put plants for the competition. So each of us members, if we have something pretty in our garden, we pick up that flower pot and take part in the competition. And I realized that I enjoyed doing this, and my garden was improving every day. And in addition, I could pick up something nice for the competition. I suppose all the others who take part would feel the same way. These competitions give you some points right through the year. That's for, if you win or for come first or second, you get some points. And these points are collected over the year, and by the end of the year, the names and the points are there, and the first 10 names are mentioned, and the first, second, and third will be definitely getting a cash prize, and then all the others will get a small cash prize for their effort of doing things. So all in all, it is a worthwhile exercise. We all like to take part and do the plants and everything, and the competition table, trade table, and plus the guest speakers who come to us, and the guest speakers are so well educated. We get some very good information, and we are very happy with the guest speakers. Now that I have told you something about our garden club, I have to tell you one important thing. The money we got from the South Side MP. It's over $6,400, and we are going to use it in buying equipment like a computer, overhead projector, and computer, overhead projector, and also a speaker system, which we need the mics so that everyone can hear very well. And the other two are also very useful items, which will be the property of the garden club. And the garden club will enjoy the benefit of the donation in this way, where we could operate smoothly. All in all, I am very happy to say that I've been in this garden club for many years, doing the newsletter over the years, every month a new newsletter, and I'm so happy to be there, and I invite any one of you who would like to join this club. You can just come in for 2 meetings just to see what we are doing and whether you are happy with the club. And after that, if you wish to, you can join in as a member. The membership fee is very nominal. It's only $10 for the whole year, which no other organization would do. And also, we just have a $5 entrance, and we got a really nice afternoon tea when we are at the meeting. So I have mentioned something about the wonderful garden club I am in actively. I am also in Begonia Society, and I go to the QCGC, Queensland Garden Club, which is our parent body. We take active part in these, the functions, the displays, the competitions. And I am very proud to be a member, and I am now vice president, and I was very proud to go and collect the check from the minister with the president, secretary, and myself. And thank you very much for listening to me.